Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Sector 5. I am your host as always, Cody, the Hangman Heinzman. Just finished watching the Royal Rumble. Granted, I had to miss the first hour, but I still got a chance to watch it, and I am here to give the Royal Rumble review. So, as always, I'm going to go down the list the way I did when I did the predictions. And so, let's get started with the pre-show match. Apparently, a stipulation was added to the pre-show match, or it was part of the thing, to where whoever team won entered the Royal Rumble. So, Darren Young and Sandow versus the Dudleys versus the Ascension versus Mark Henry and Jack Swagger. Winner of that match was Mark Henry and Jack Swagger. So they got to enter the Royal Rumble. Okay. So next up, match-wise, we have New Day versus the Usos for the Tag Team Championships. Winner of this match and still Tag Team Champions, the New Day. One of the matches I had to miss. Next up, we had Alberto Del Rio versus Kalisto for the United States Championship. I caught close to the end of this match, about last 15 or so minutes of it. Winner of this match and your new United States Champion, Kalisto. Next up, we had Charlotte versus Becky Lynch for the Divas Championship. And actually, besides the Intercontinental Championship, I've got these wrote down about the way that they went. It started off with the pre-show match, then the tag team title match, it started off pre-show match, Intercontinental Championship, Tag Team, United States, Divas, Royal Rumble. So, I about got these the way they were. But anyways, back to the Divas Championship match. We had Charlotte versus Becky Lynch for the Divas Championship. And the winner, with a small assist to her father, of course, Charlotte. And then after that, Sasha Banks came out. So, you can see Sasha Banks versus Charlotte as a future Divas Championship match. There's that. Next up, we had Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens, last man standing match for the Intercontinental Championship. Winner of this match and still your Intercontinental Champion, Dean Ambrose. And now, for the main event, we had the Royal Rumble match. Coming out number one, we had Roman Reigns, of course, as everyone knows. Number 2 was Rusev. I figured we would see a League of Nations member come out second. And I'm just realizing Wade Barrett wasn't even in the Royal Rumble. That was pretty interesting to think of as well. I have the list. And I usually go through it, but it really isn't much to, I think, go through with that this year. There are a few key things that I will talk about. So Roman Reigns started out as number 1, of course. Got rid of Rusev. And number 3 was a surprise entry. We saw the debut of AJ Styles joining WWE. A big name. He eventually got eliminated by Kevin Owens. He was in the match for a good while. Of course, WWE wanted to give him a good push and everything. But, yeah. AJ Styles was in it for a good while. And so, there's that. Other key thing we'll talk about during the match. It was pretty close to the beginning. About maybe 8 or so superstars have been out at this point. Roman Reigns gets pulled out of the ring by the League of Nations. Gets attacked, put through the table, sent to the back on a stretcher. Then, the competitors keep coming in. Of course, Roman Reigns wasn't eliminated, pulled under the rope, so he still was in it. Eventually taken to the back, still part of the show. Keep going through. Eventually, we got up to the point of 3 of the 4 Wyatt family members was in. Luke Harper came in first at number 13. And then shortly after, it was Braun Strowman. And then shortly after, it was Eric Rowan. Well, coming in at number 23 was Brock Lesnar, who eventually got rid of all the Wyatt family members, and then Bray Wyatt came out. And the Wyatt family came back in the ring. Brock Lesnar threw him back out. They came back in the ring, and the Wyatt family got rid of Brock Lesnar. So he was screwed over on his Royal Rumble victory. So there was one of the people that I said was probably going to win it. Of course, Reigns is still in it. Well, come number 29, Sheamus comes out, and here Reigns. Reigns is back. Reigns is back in the ring. It came down to the final 6 was Jericho, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Sheamus, Ziggler, and number 30, the person who came out number 30, the Game, Triple H. He was actually in the Royal Rumble, like I originally predicted with the unveiling of the trailer to the Royal Rumble, where they kind of teased the fact that Triple H was going to be part of it, and then it kind of went away as the title was on the line, so I thought that he wasn't going to be in it. But number 30, Triple H comes in. Jericho and Dolph Ziggler get thrown out. You're down to Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Sheamus, and Triple H. With the help of a Superman punch, Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns gets rid of Sheamus, and coming in from behind, Triple H tosses Roman Reigns out. Final 2 competitors in the ring at the end, Dean Ambrose and Triple H. And of course, you can kind of predict who won at the end of that skirmish, but they definitely put a big push on Ambrose winning. It was the edge of a seat action. And at the end of the night, the winner of the Royal Rumble, your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, the Game, Triple H. So, going through my list, I was wrong about 2 matches. I'm going to say 2.5. The Royal Rumble was meh. I don't know if I can keep... I threw Triple H out. I also brought it up, so I was right, but not right. Yeah. You decide. Oh, actually, I was wrong about 3 of the matches. 3.5. I said the pre-show was going to be the Dudleys. So I got the first 3 matches wrong, and the last 3 matches right. Except for the Rumble that we're leaving out to speculation. So, that is it for my Royal Rumble pay-per-view predictions. Pay-per-view review, not predictions, review. I'm Cody the Hangman Huntsman, that's just how it is.